In the past 47 years of doing this personal growth work, which I love so much, everyone that comes to me wants positive change, right? Or they wouldn't come to me. They wouldn't come to a counselor, a coach, an author, unless they were really looking for positive change. And 99% of the clients I've worked with in 47 years have found that positive change. The only ones that haven't, the 3%, are the ones that didn't do the work. And I know you will. But let's talk about this. Positive change is what we want, right? If we want to lose weight, quit an addiction, get a new relationship, save the one we're in, make more money, get a new job, whatever it might be. And we can do that, right? We can make positive changes, but here's where we shoot ourselves in the foot. We can sabotage that positive change in a heartbeat. You may do something really positive that's very different from today and feel benefits for 4, 6, 8, 10 years. But if you go back and do any of the things I'm telling you never to do, you can eliminate your positive movement in as little as 24 to 48 hours. And I'm not kidding you. Imagine this. You make a positive change to not drink anymore, right? And then all of a sudden, 10 years down the road, and this happened, I wrote it in one of my books, this executive that was a heavy drinker, we got him sober for 10 years, right? And then he contacted me after we had worked together a number of years, and I hadn't heard from him, and he said, hey, there's this big event that I've been invited to, and, I want to get your feedback. What do you think? And I said, I wouldn't go at all. He said, but I haven't drank anything in all these years. I said, I know, but that's where it all began. That's your trigger, right? And so what did he do? He went with the intention of not drinking, and it didn't work. Once you make a positive change, stay with the positive change. Once you felt the positive benefits, stay with the positive benefits. Some people make a great change in getting out of a relationship, and they feel strong and they feel great, and then 3 months or 6 months later, they get contacted by their former partner, and let's say it wasn't a healthy relationship at all, and they go, oh, what the heck? It's been a number of months. Let's try it again. Don't do it. If you've already felt positive change and you've found the strength to leave an unhealthy relationship, to return to it, unless you both have done very deep work in the world of psychology, is pretty much suicide. Don't go there. If it didn't work the first, second, third, fourth time, and you've tried and broken up, don't go there again. If you need to change the rules in order to be friends with them or whatever you want to do, that's fine, but don't get back into a serious relationship. The same thing with a job. I'm working with a client right now that left the job because she was treated so poorly, right? And she went to a new job and she's paid a little bit less. And the old job called because they realized they made a major mistake and they offered her to come back and with just a little bit more money. Now, she could stay where she is in a positive environment, making a little less money. We're not talking about massive amounts, but she's drawn to the cash, right? She's going, David, but that equals this amount per month. And then that allows me to do this amount per year. But you know what happens. We have those goals of saying when I get my IRS refund check, I'm going to put it right into savings and then it goes into whatever it goes into, right? So we have to make sure once we've made that positive move that we don't go backwards. And it's so easy to. What about friendships? You might have a friendship that was terrible, horrendous, and you hadn't seen them or talked to them in 6 months, a year, or 2 years, and then you see them, they go, oh, let's get back together, and you go, okay. Probably going to blow up in your face unless that person's done a ton of work and you've done a ton of work over the years. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, we can make positive changes and blow it up in our own faces and self-sabotage so quickly by going back to the environment that got you sick. One of my most favorite quotes is, you cannot heal in the environment you got sick in. So if you're in a marriage that's horrendous and you've gone through hell and you've done counseling and coaching and nothing has worked, but you decide to stay because it's convenient, you can't heal in the environment you got sick in. You at least need 3 to 6 months on your own outside of that environment in order to regroup emotionally, psychologically. There's so much that we can sabotage by going too soon back to environments that were not healthy for us in the first place. Listen, I'm off because people do this all the time, including yours truly. I am offering everyone a free 20-minute session on the phone. Just go to the website below, talkdavid.com or davidessel.com, to the contact us page. Send us an email. And we can jump on the phone and I can help you in 20 minutes and you'd be surprised at what we can do in 20 minutes. And then you can talk about any topic you want, by the way. At the same website, 5 of our top 16 best-selling books, grab them all for free, and that's at the website below. Listen, if you're making positive changes, don't sabotage it by going back to the place that you got sick. I'm David Essel, on your side always. Have a beautiful day.